Anyway, if there is no booklet, I give you a PDF. I will send to Satish. He will send to all of you. All the information is arranged in a nice tabular form. HIV, what kind of food you eat, what kind of decoctions. Dialysis, kidney patients, brain tumor patients, blood cancer patients. SLE, lupus, most difficult autoimmune disease. No one can cure. But we have got all of them healthy. Anyone SLE, they have come to our clinic, are all right. It's a matter of 6 months to 2 years. So the food, the kashayams, but the first and foremost important thing is that you do not want to eat rice, drink coffee, drink tea, take milk, take sugar. Sugar, not even bring into your house. Don't touch egg, don't touch meat. Then what else to eat is the question. In the early days, I used to say, mannu tinbeka. The sad story is that there are thousands of food materials produced in each and every part of the world which have disappeared because of this industrial food culture. Even the seeds do not exist. And this is what happened when I was in America. I recognized, oh my God, all these seeds, the germplasm of the original world food materials have got disappeared. So I came back running. Then I found all these things are gone. So I had to run. Actually, I didn't have a lot of money. I used to take motorcycle and run around all villages, and at last I could find these grains, fistfuls, and brought back, and I didn't have land. So I started growing them just behind my house in small slots, because I had to keep it alive. If you keep a seed not germinating, after 5 generations or 6 years, it will not germinate. So luckily there were these 5 grains. For some reason or the other, somewhere or the other in different parts of our country, people were growing. Because we are talking about 1989, 80. Though I was in America, I used to come in my 1 or 2 years, I used to do and make some farmers go and please keep growing. I used to give them some money. What do I do with this wood? Simply throw back again and again grow. Like that, managed 5 grains, and then after the job didn't stop. I came back in 97 and started catching hold of these so-called diseased fellows, gangrene fellows, BP fellows, cancer fellows, started feeding. So 5 to 7 years, all these experiments were done with the kashayams, and once I was convinced that they are getting well enough, and then I started going to the villages and then asked the farmers to go. Say, why should I go? Because no one buys. And that is the way our farmers started committing suicide, because 70% of our farmers are rain-fed farmers. So whatever they were growing, be it sama, be it arka, be it sesame seed, be it ulu, no one wants to buy, because we are all interested in eating pizza, KFC, Pepsi, Coke, noodles, Zomato order. I saw biggest nonsense I have ever heard. I was actually traveling from what is that airport? What is it called? Bangalore airport.
Kempegowda.
So fly bus is there. I have to go to Mysore. So to cross Bangalore is a big problem. So I just get down from the airport and sit. So morning 8 o'clock or so I landed. Sat, and in the bus, you are sitting on the top. I can actually see all the fellows when it is going. So it goes around all this Golgundapalli and all, huge road. It's actually straight it goes, it's very easy. But then the traffic, so it goes. So sometime near Tumkur Road, it is taking place. It is around 9 o'clock or something like that. By the time we came, it is 1 hour. Then all at a sudden, there is a car fellow pressing down the button, and Zomato zoom came. That fellow gave something. And then that means he has ordered his breakfast and then managed to send his position and come at this junction, I am here, you give me. Can you believe this? I have seen with my own eyes. I said, this is better than James Bond movies. Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible, this Tom Cruise fellows. They do all these kinds of. I got more kick than seeing Mission Impossible. This happened just 20 days back. And what am I trying to communicate? This kind of Krutakavagi, artificialness we are continuing. That fellow doesn't have time to eat and doesn't have time to. What the kind of life that we are trying to live? So the real things are somewhere here, and then we are all. So you go to doctors, what do you get? Do you think you get help? You are getting tablets. They give you more tablets. Nothing works? No problem. You get yourself transported into an operation table. They will remove your gallbladder, they will remove your uterus, they will remove your breast, they will remove everything. We have new ones. Oh, your knees. Oh, no, you have to replace. We have small, medium, large. Buy one. Don't mistake me, I'm not trying to make fun of them, but this is what is exactly happening. And they are supposed to be doctors. They have spent 2 crores, 3 crores getting a degree, MD, MS. And this is the sad story of the medical world. No one need to get operated for anything if you follow the natural food systems. As I told you, the first instance itself, that lady which was no one could think that, I did not also think that she would stand up. She stood up. Such wonderful things can happen if only you allow yourself to the natural means and methods of eating and living. Am I making sense?
Yes.
So, first thing is you need to come out of your boxes. And this is a jargon created by corporate world. Think out of the box. But you are all boxed in. And you think you are thinking out of the box, but you are in a bigger box. So please do think really out of the boxes, not box. So once you come out of one box, you see whether there is another box. Please come out of this box culture and go to the nature. So go and expose your scalp to the sky, and that is the first and foremost important thing. And see the sun, especially morning rising sun and the sun that is dawn and dusk, they call. You have that wonderful orange color, and that actually clicks to your rods and bones. So you guys all watching this computer screens, first thing, make a habit of watching that rising sun, and that will start correcting your eye problems. In fact, we have in the PDF list eye problems. Just day before yesterday, I got a call from London, same software. That girl, 25 years, she was seeing very well. Something happened. They said retinopigmentosa, there is no cure for this. She started becoming blind, and then she was not able to walk, she is not able to see. And she heard my lectures and started practicing what I said and started eating. And then day before yesterday, she said, "Sir, now I am able to walk and see, but I went to the doctor, he said, you are still blind." Because the machine is not picking. This is the problem. Just day before yesterday night, she called me, said, "I have to come, I am able to see, I am able to read, I am able to do things." But still, it's only 8 months she has been following. I said, do it for 2-3 years, don't go back to this. And the problem with most of the patients that I have been treating for the last 15 years is, many people have thousands of cured gangrenes. After they are okay, after 6 months, the fellow comes, and he doesn't come into my office clinic. He sends his wife. Yes. Why your husband is not? No, my husband wants to know, tomorrow onwards can he eat normal food? That means I have made him abnormal food for his class. I tell them this is not abnormal, this is the real food, the food of the future. You need to make your kids eat so that they don't go to doctors. So you want health, where do you want to go? You want to go to your kitchens. And what do you want to use in the kitchens? The real food. That means you have to go to these farmers who do not depend on this fertilizers, this and that. 4 grains are good enough. All these wonderful grains and all the things that you need for health can be grown without any irrigation. But sadly, the whole world is believed to, without irrigation, you do not have agriculture. The whole agricultural science and the universities have been created, it's all false science. Because whatever they produce is useless for our consumption. You see the paradoxes that we are living in? And this is the sad story of human race in the last 50 years. And nothing is lost. Happily we have wonderful grains. We can grow them back because you all need is even the unfertilized or barren lands are good enough. So there are 80 acres of land left even today in each and every country. You can only irrigate 20%. That means even if you screw up 20%. But then to make those 20% yield this much, we are screwing up the whole planet. So if you don't eat these things, we don't need to damage the forest. So many people say, we want to green the planet. You can grow as many number of trees as you want because they were there before 50 years ago. We have cut them because the reason is the way we are eating. So if you really want to green the planet, what is the first thing that you need to do? Stop drinking coffee, stop drinking tea, stop drinking milk, stop eating eggs, stop eating. This is the thing, real greening the planet. You want to green the planet? Green your brain first. Then it will be translated into growing trees and protecting them and conserving them. So the conserving is the real thing. So it is the conserving culture that is the most scientific thing, not consuming culture. And the Western science has been propagating the consuming culture. So please come out of this consuming culture, which is an economic model. Do come into this wonderful conserving culture, which is an ecological model. So there is no other way for the human race left from transiting economic model to the ecological model. Consuming culture to conserving culture. And that alone can make us proclaim Sarve Janaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Janaha andre Jana Allah. All the living things, whoever has taken birth on this planet, all living things on this planet have to be Sukhi. Sukhi means not enjoyment. Sukhi, Sukhasana andre gotta, you're comfortable. It's not the opposite of Dukha. Sukha is where you can be comfortable for long periods of time. That is the stable position. That is common, stable position. So, see the words they have chosen, beautiful. Sarve Janaha Sukhino Bhavantu. That means you have to become frugal in expending the natural resources. And that's what means conserve. And that is the connection. So unless you become frugal, that means your wants should not exceed your need. The moment your need becomes want, then want becomes greed, then all these bad things happen. So everything has to be translated into individual level. Only then it can transform the world. So the first thing you need to do is transform yourself. Say, oh, how can I do? How can I change the global warming? You can do everything that is necessary for yourself. So I keep declaring, I have stopped drinking tea, I have stopped drinking coffee, I stopped eating meat. I am fighting the global war. Because for the last 45 years, I have consumed only this much natural resources. And that is the most important thing. And that is the only thing you can do. So, whatever is possible for you, you do it. And it will translate. And if all of us do, the Madikere Kochkondo, because there were no big trees. Why? Because you are all drinking coffee. They started cutting trees and planting small coffee trees. And the coffee trees cannot hold the water. It just floods. So now all of us stop drinking coffee and tea, our Himalayas will come alive. Plants will grow by themselves. We don't need to even plant. Just don't do anything, in 20 years they will grow back by themselves. But we don't keep quiet, no, we keep drinking. They keep cutting, they keep doing this. So we need to change. If the system has to change. So everyone has their role to play here. And what is that act of yours doing to yourself? You are becoming healthy. That's a bonus for you. That's a bonus for you. And then your kids will become healthier. And that is the real thing for you. That is the real thing for you. So you have created a world where your kids can have a better place. Am I making sense? And it is not that we have to do in large scale. Everything can be translated into individual actions starting now. But it is difficult for you to get out of coffee, tea and all, I know that. You have means and methods. Okay, I will tell you a few of the system. Your kidney failed, dialysis you are going. You just need these 4 greens. Punarnava called Boyerhavia, Ranapala, Bryophyllum, Kothambari, coriander, and plantain leaf or plantain that kanda. Drink juices or make kashaya. Every week change. Within 9 weeks, your creatinine level starts coming down. Along with Arka, that is Kodo, and Sama, Ganji. Within 9 weeks, thousands of patients whose creatinine was 8, 9 and about to go to dialysis have been brought back. In a matter of 2 years, their creatinine level is 1, and it's been more than 6 years. Such patients are hundreds of happily doing their life. Gangrene, lot of cases, thousands and thousands of cases. Just eat these 5 greens every 2 days once. So because the fiber is there in large quantities, you people think it is large, not large. It is much higher than the rice, because rice doesn't have any. But it has the right quantity. And it is arranged from the center. You need to soak these grains well. Unless the fiber is soaked, it cannot be cooked. So many people tend to take after my lecture, they go and buy this and then put it in the cooker and push, cools, and then start. It doesn't work out because it is not soaked, it doesn't get cooked. So you will have stomach pain, this pain, headache, this and that. So don't do that. Soak the grain in the night, cook it in the morning. Soak the grain in the morning and cook it in the night. 7 to 8 hours. If you soak, you get wonderful rice. You can eat all with all vegetables and dal, rice, charu, pappu, all these things you can eat, no worries. Curries, everything you can eat. Eat with pickles, no problems. Many doctors don't eat pickles, you have BP. Pickles have never caused anyone BP. In fact, pickles make you cancerous free. All the pickles, Gongura pickle, Mavinkaya pickle, lemon pickle, Nellikai pickle, all these gooseberry pickles, all are wonderful antioxidants. And the oils, if you use Gattaganuga, that bull-driven Gana oils, They are wonderful to clean up your nervous system and help you a lot. I'm done. Do you want really to stop? But you have to stop. Anyway, I have communicated all that I want to communicate, and a lot of information is there on YouTube and even in English, Kannada, Telugu, and books are there, PDF copies are floating around, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, even Hindi and Marathi is coming up in next few months. So the information is free, PDF is free, everyone can give, it's no copyrights. Sadly, the human race has come to a stage where they want to sell their brains and really are become brainless. Isn't it? తెలుగులో బుద్ధిమాంద్యం తెచ్చుకుంటున్నాం, బుద్ధితనాన్ని అనుకో. We all becoming stupid. We want patent, we want to make money out of these things. I don't understand. How do you want to do it? Anything small idea, you want to convert it into money. But it is there for people's benefit. You want to make money out of that? I can't understand. Okay, you print a book, you need some money to print and all that, you can make. But telling the communicating the information, and we have now wonderful means of communicating. All this YouTube and PDF, you can just send big books, send it free. Even that they are having patent. Digital books, e-books, you send this money, then only it will be downloaded. For download, it's constipated for us. You can allow it to download, no? So do that, please. Sincerely, intensely, I urge you, request you, plead you to discuss these things, because the planet's survival depends on these issues, not just your health. A lot of living things have to live on this planet, and we need to change, and we only can do it. We cannot say, let the younger generation do. We are the ones who screwed it up. So let's begin the cleaning up. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doctor. You gave us some very plain, harsh truth in such an easy, simple way. I don't think we need to add anything more to what you said. It will just bring it down. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Please be seated for a couple of minutes more, just 2-3 minutes more. I request Ashok to please give Dr. Khadar a memento to thank him for the wonderful speech that he has given us. Also, there's a sample millet dish. It's available for everyone, but it's currently stuck in traffic. If you can please be back in 15 minutes or so, it's available out there. Please come and have it. Thank you. Thank you all.